Guys, welcome to the beautiful Mallee. We're in northwestern Victoria and we've got a very special test. We've got the Tank 300, which is a standout performer. High 4T PHEV. This thing is an absolute stonker off-road, but it's up against two new Halo vehicles from GWM. We've got the Canon Alpha and the Tank 500, both in 3-litre turbo diesel form. This is what Australia's been asking for, but are they up to the challenge? This weekend, guys, it's Tank 300 PHEV versus the new 3-litre turbo diesels. Let's see how they go.
Come on, baby.
We are in the big desert in the northwest corner of Victoria. So the hills we're looking for today are the Big Dune, which will be our first point of call, and Panda Hill, which is going to be a lot of fun. Now, I remember last time we were here on the Big Dune, we could not get anybody within closer than 6 meters of the top of the Big Dune. It was a serious challenge. Panda Hill, it takes a fair whack of momentum, but with the right run up, the right tire pressure, you can get a vehicle up there. Now the sand here, it's a little bit more limestoney, it's a little bit lighter in colour than what you'll find when you cross over the border into outback New South Wales, heading for Broken Hill and the real outback Australia. But it is still a very good indicator and experience to have if you're looking to do the Simpson Desert or some other deeper areas of the Australian outback. So I've got 3 cars on this trip. The Tank 300 that I'm driving is a PHEV, a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. So it does have an ICE, internal combustion engine, as well as the electric motor. Combined, this vehicle ends up with 300 kilowatts of power and 750 Newton meters of torque. It is an incredible driving experience, and that power and torque gets put to good use when you're off-road. Now the vehicles following me on this trip are quite interesting too. The Canon Alpha and the Tank 500. These two vehicles are something very different for the Australian market, and it is something that the Australian market has been crying out for a long time. That 3-litre turbo diesel puts out a pretty amazing 170 kilowatts of power and 620 Newton meters of torque. Both vehicles come with a 3.5 tonne towing capacity, which means they're pretty well suited for the Australian market. So today, I'm really keen to see what condition the hills are in, but also see how well these vehicles will go tackling both of those climbs. Have a look at this guy's a little bit different. Stolen or dumped. This is not what we want to see out here, guys. Number plate's taken off for some reason, but the vehicle's quite heavily bashed and battered, and it's just an eyesore. It's things we don't want to see out here. So keep an eye out, report these things to the police. And obviously this has been here for some time, but make sure people are safe. All right, hang your left here, guys. Getting onto Delisio track. Looks like a little bit of water on the road. Looks a little bit sloppy. Rear diff lock on. Not too bad. I put the rear diff lock on for that one, but I don't think I needed it.
That was brilliant, really pleased with that. How fast was that?
About 20.
Yeah, that speed was perfect.
That water on the road doesn't just give us a bit of mud and splashes for some fun. It also compacts the sand, makes it more tractable, makes it a lot easier to get up the hills. All right, definitely a lot hillier through here, guys. And I think in the distance up there I can see the Big Dune. Okay, here we are, we're turning onto Big Dune track finally. Look at the soft sand already. Oh, there it is. Have a look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Basically 4 different routes. Let's go and take a look. Here we are at the Big Dune, the big desert in Victoria. This is just stunning, and how good is the weather? The middle of winter here in Australia, crazy. There are 4 main options. Choose your poison, select a gear, and let's get into it. Got it in 4 low, selected the front and rear diff locks, and first up I'm going to have a go at just crawling it. I've got a couple of reasons for doing that. First of all, just get me used to the hill, make sure I'm warmed up, make sure I've got a good feeling for it, but I also want to pack down some of the sand, especially in this early part of the run, where I'm going to really need some momentum and some speed to have a serious crack at it. Oh, she's soft already. That's struggling already. That's us done, far out. We haven't even got to the main part. It's all right, flattening it out, getting ourselves all set. All right, attempt number 2. So we can hold on to it.
Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Oh.
Woo! Oh guys, the heart is pumping. What a wild ride. I'll tell you what, she gets soft at the top there. That was loose. Rooster tailing. Alright, let's back it up. That was actually a pretty good go. Got further than I expected.
You're in sand mode?
No, I'm just in 4 low.
Okay.
Should I be in sand mode? Mud sand?
Yep. Let's try that.
And try the diff locks or not?
Diff lock.
Yep. Okay. Thank you. Attempt number 3. All right. Sand mode, heaps more power to the ground to start with. That's a good start. I can feel the power now, really gripping. Really gripping. Let's see if we can keep it on, keep it straight. Keep it in that low side, come on. We've got good power and momentum, guys. Come on! Backing off at the top. Oh man, I'll tell you what, switching to sand mode, that was insane. She's soft, she's chopped up, she's hard going, but sand mode was the magic trigger there. We just pumped it. I actually had to back off a little bit at the top. I had so much torque and power at the steep section and no issues with traction on factory tyres. So basically factory setup, guys. I'm blown away. That was a wild ride. Ride number 2 had my heart pumping. That was crazy, but that was just sensational. A very smooth, controlled, and well executed drive. Tank 300, high 4T, PHEV. Love it. Let's see how the other guys go. And hopefully I'll get a go with the other vehicles. All right, next up is Tim in the turbo diesel, Canon Alpha. Let's see how he goes. So close, he was just meters from the top there. Awesome run, just ran out of legs at the top. I reckon you've got it, Tim. You've got the traction. You've just got to carry a little bit more speed going into it. Just try and carry that momentum through.
Copy that.
If you use the diff locks at the start, let them switch off automatically, but at least the diff locks will give you more traction when you take off at the beginning to give you a little bit more momentum.
Copy that, I'll give that a try. All 4 wheels down at the same time and it just couldn't get out of that hole.
Come on, Tim, keep on it.
I'm so close! Oh my gosh.
That sucks.
I reckon you got to stay off the left and right.
You reckon?
The left and right was sucking juice away from you. You need to keep the power on.
Okay.
I mean, how much more power have you got?
Nah, it was to the firewall all the way.
I'd even just grab a stick
Yeah.
and do 5 seconds. out of each tyre, 5, maybe 10 seconds. Come on Tim, keep on it. Looking good. Finally, now it's the tank 500's turn. Good luck, mate. Give it heaps. He's looking good. Plenty of momentum, come on. Well, look at that. Straight up and over the top. Another awesome drive. The big difference there was the vehicle is a slightly different weight. He's got slightly taller tyres and that coil suspension all round. I reckon that made a big difference. But that 3-litre turbo diesel, no shortage of grunt. It carried him all the way up and over. That was a stellar drive. Now it's time for a well-deserved lunch. How good is this, guys? We've been hammering the V2L Tank 300, and talking about V2L, we've got the fridge that has been running all day in there, 38-litre dual zone. So we've got that set up as a fridge freezer. But the big difference with the V2L is, come and have a look at this, guys. Where you'd normally be plugging in to put your petrol in, you've got this cover here, which is an electrical output. And if we follow that cable across, we are, oh yeah, got some sizzle going there. Hamburgers and sausages at the campsite, thanks to the power pack that's mounted under this vehicle. Four-wheel driving, V2L, the PHEV Tank 300 is cooking our lunch. Does it get any better than that? Now, being an EV, don't get things wrong. This is still high 4T, so it's a trusted, proven and realistic, solid drivetrain for four-wheel driving. So it's got the capacity. But the PHEV, what does that actually give us electrically? Well, we're talking 37.1 kilowatts of power. We've got a max 6 kilowatt output here, and a house pulls about 20 kilowatts of power. So this is going to run a house, it'll run a small factory, it'll cook and while you're camping for about as long as you need to. The PHEV, awesome for off-roading, awesome for camping, awesome for touring. Check them out. Stunning for you guys. This is my first time actually out the back of Big Dune, and the drop-off was sensational. I wouldn't want to be coming up that. And just steering our way down the other side now. Stunning track, just absolutely beautiful. Well worth the drive to come up here. And we should have enough daylight to get back for Panda Hill. What an experience, guys, what an experience. Look, it's not as hard as the Simpson by any stretch, but it's great to come out here and do a section of track like this just to get your feet into the sand, get some experience under your belt and really get an idea for how your vehicle's going to handle the sand, the relentless dunes, in excess of 1,000 dunes when you're crossing the Simpson Desert. So well worth coming out and having a crack. And just beautiful scenery too. Be prepared if you're coming out in winter, it's bitter cold. Close to Melbourne, close to Adelaide, it is well worth the trip. Here we go, Panda Hill. Oh, it's a lot nicer than last time I was here, guys. Rock and roll. Nice and easy, all the way to the top. That's a good run, it's much easier. Just straight to the top. Nice! That's all of us up in one go. But the real challenge here is not turning to the left at the top as we did. It is cutting right and jumping up the soft sandy step. Let's give that a crack. Yesterday was all about sand, today is all about mud. This is the infamous border track. So far the 3-litre diesels have done everything we've expected them to do. The turbos have been pumping, the power outputs have been fantastic, and they're just proving to be super capable off-road. We're expecting big things today, but we're definitely going to be putting them to the challenge. All of that torque and power is going to be needed to get us through those sticky, deep mud holes.
But before any of that, breakfast. All ready and fueled up. This morning we're back for something different in many, many ways. First of all, we're heading for the border track. So apart from the sand we had yesterday, today is all about the mud. Now the next thing that's different, if you haven't noticed, I'm in the Tank 500 3-litre turbo diesel. And I can tell you what guys, this thing is just phenomenal. The border track is all about mud, but from this far north, we've got a lot of sand to get through before we get to that mud. It's a good chance to talk about some of the features of this vehicle. 170 kilowatts of power, 620 Newton meters of torque. It's got a 3.5 ton towing capacity, and it comes with a built-in brake controller. Now, when you combine all of those specific Australian requirements with the luxury and comfort of this vehicle, you've got a standout touring vehicle, and this thing is just awesome to drive. Now, driving on the bitumen to get out here was quite surprising because this thing is just whisper quiet. You would not really know that you're specifically driving a diesel. All the power is there, it's got plenty of torque, and it's just smooth as silk. When you're in low range though guys, and you give it a little bit of right boot, you can really hear the diesel working, and you can really feel and you know you've got the power and reliability of a solid diesel engine.
We might have our first mud opportunity here.
Copy that. Moving off. All right, we have a series of nice bog holes. First one, nice and easy. This one's got a bit of a step on it. The ruts are a little bit deeper. Oh, pushes out nicely. This one's the same, got a bit more of a step coming out. Oh, bottomed out a bit there. Oh, that's soft, that's soft. Nicely done. Well guys, it's always hard being the first vehicle through, but when you've got the machinery, the equipment, and you know how to use it, it gives you a fair bit of confidence that you'll have a fairly solid crack. Maybe 2 holes I was a little bit cautious of, but powering through the first 3 holes, no problem at all. I could feel the base was pretty solid, and it was just really water we're pushing out of the way.
All right, moving.
This is the real test. The Tank 300 PHEV up against the 3-litre turbo diesel. He started well. Too easy, look at that. Just hit it with the right amount of momentum to clear the water, make a nice bow wave, and then just find the traction underneath. You don't want too much vehicle speed, you don't want too much wheel speed and just spin. We need to find traction and we need to bite. We kept momentum up, we got the traction we needed, and we pulled through without an issue at all. Fantastic drive, fantastic experience, and the border track has definitely delivered, even though it's poured with rain and we're on our way home, but we're still finding the mud that we were looking for all day. What a weekend, guys, what a weekend. So we have had a fantastic couple of days in the big desert, and I really feel that we've shown you the best of what these vehicles can do, their capabilities, and the true comfort and performance that they can deliver. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode as much as we have. Where would you like us to go next, and what would you like us to test? Leave the comments below. Don't forget to leave a like, and of course subscribe to the channel. All right, thank you so much guys, great to have you along for the adventure, and we'll see you on the next one.